Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing your monthly reading for the month of August 2024. I hope you're all doing great. I hope life is treating you beautifully. And I want to share this reading with you in a particular structure. So what we're going to be doing first is a general spread of the month ahead. And then I'm going to be pulling some cards as a breakdown of each week, and then I'm going to be getting like a financial advice, health advice, and romantic advice as well for the month. So let's get started. Spirit, angels, beings of love and light, please bring in the most accurate predictions, the best advice, and the most important details that Pisces should have in mind for the month ahead. This is good for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. I was going to tell you something, but I don't remember what it was. What was it? Oh, yes. I wanted to invite you to Manifestology, the channel here on YouTube. I would love for you to check it out. There's a lot of free resources right there for you. There's going to be tapping videos from now on. There's guided meditations. There's even like a yoga class in there. There's binaural beat sounds, there's affirmations, like you name it, it's there. So I hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to link the channel in the description box and somewhere in the cards that pop up in the video often. Also, that channel is not monetized. Why do I say that? Because it's actually free of ads. So that's pretty cool for, you know, in general for the videos. Even if it gets monetized in the future, I'm thinking about putting ads just the beginning and the end. Because some of them, you know, you don't want to be interrupted in a guided meditation, obviously. You don't want to get interrupted in a tapping video. So that definitely will be completely different to other monetized channels that I got, okay? All right, so let's see what we got here, Pisces. It seems like you're, in the month of August, still finding your way through some important choices. I feel like there's a lot of things that are very tempting, very incentivizing for you. You have plenty of options, plenty of opportunities. And you're going to see that things start to I don't know, float to the surface, so to speak, and you're going to be able to have more clarity on where to go. It's going to reveal itself to you. It's not something that you're going to have to dig out. You're not going to have to dig out answers within yourself. You're going to be able to simply let things fall into place. So we do have Mercury retrograde. Let me check the exact dates. So the actual retrograde goes from August 14th to the 28th. But we're going to be in shadow for a little bit before. So what I understand in this particular Mercury retrograde is that it's going to be one that is, you know, a little bit felt, a little bit stronger than the usual, maybe. Not in a bad or good way, simply, you know what to do with Mercury retrogrades. This is something that we've been through, you know, plenty of times every year. Make sure to back up everything that has to do with technology. Make sure that the I's are, that you dot the I's and cross the T's. Make sure that everything that is within your power as far as detail goes, you're paying attention to. Revise, rediscover, reevaluate things. That is a general advice for every Mercury retrograde. Each one has a different theme. I'm not an astrologer, so I won't be bringing that much of a conversation into this, but it is definitely something important to point out because for some reason it seems to be like the most known transit. Like even people who don't know anything about astrology, they usually know what that is. So yes, just bringing that up. It's happening this month. Some of you are having a lot of desire to pursue learning. You want to learn so many different things. This is a month in which you could be signing up for a new course, starting a new career. Some of you may be studying a lot about the structure that will contain your new career. So let's say that you are starting or changing career paths, right? This is a month in which maybe you're not going to go into the actual career as much. Maybe classes don't start until later, maybe not this month. But where you're going to be studying a lot about is like the programs that you're going to be using, the softwares that you're going to be using, the structures, the scheduling, the organization, like everything that you would use to then facilitate that study of whatever it is that is new. Take it if it resonates. It's not for all of you, of course. I see that you're going to be standing your ground as far as the things that you have chosen to eliminate from your life. Some of you have chosen to change your eating habits. Some of you have chosen to end certain friendships or connections. Some of you have chosen to distance yourself from certain family members. And it seems like this month, you're going to remember why. Maybe you reevaluate these things, these boundaries that you're setting. And by the end of the month, I see you like, yep, that is why I pushed this person away. Having those confirmations. You don't need to go through that. So, you can skip it if you allow yourself to just sort of, in your mind, go through whatever happened. That happened enough times for you to say, you know what, let's make this permanent change. So if you think about that, you could skip this part of like opening yourself up again to then closing that door again. But many of you are going to be opening that door again just to find kind of like confirmation or validation of what you already knew that made you push away this person and this relationship or put a certain something in the past. Many of you will be reevaluating and saying, yes, okay, I am certain now that this is definitely not going anywhere. You could be receiving messages and calls from your exes at this time. Some of you may be rekindling relationships, friendships as well. But I do get a sense that it has a lot to do with this wrapping up the month and being like, yep, that's why I made that choice in the first place, I see here with the High Priestess that by the time you're entering September, this particular month is going to have provided for you so much like psychic predictions, dreams, very specific things here that are going to be invaluable. It's like by the time the month ends, it's like you're going to almost have a lot of details on what is going to happen when, but in the form of like predictions, like very specific premonitions, things like that. And not necessarily from like a tarot reading like this. I feel like it's coming from you or your direct spirit guides or your ancestors or something. It's like direct knowledge being given to you. This is going to be a month in which it is very important for you to protect the things that matter to you, even from yourself. So if you have a dream and you tend to be, procrastinating quite a bit, and there's in any way a risk of you losing something that is very valuable to you because of distractions, procrastinations, laziness, whatever it may be. It seems like you're gonna have to protect that dream even from your own shortcomings. And that's what you're advised here to do. So if you know that you struggle with these things, if you know that maybe ADHD affects you, or depression, or there is something that's maybe not having a space to work, or not feeling well because you're not resting well because at night, whatever it may be, Spirit is saying here, it's important for you to solve this before even the month begins fully. And that is going to be a way in which you're protecting your dreams and your future self from your current self. Not that you're trying in any way to affect or sabotage, but simply knowing that there is a difficulty and handling it ahead of time will just give you better odds, right? I see money being better for you in the month of August. I feel like there's going to be more reciprocity. There's going to be more, like, I give you this, you give me that. More like an even exchange, spoken exchange. Less room for assumptions or errors in that way. Maybe because you're going to be extra clear, making sure that everything is extra clear because it is Mercury retrograde. Some of you are going to start some kind of like resistance training. So like running, some of you are going to be doing something that requires your heart rate to be elevated for long periods of time. I see some of you being like, like I didn't know I could do this for so long. But I don't know exactly what that is for each of you, obviously. For everyone it's different. But I do sense that for some of you, those of you who like running or something similar, you're gonna have the time and the space to revisit, revise, reevaluate, fill in the blank, everything about your life while you're doing that kind of workout. So it could be like marathon training, it could be like ultra marathons, it could be swimming, it could be biking, whatever it may be. I feel like many of you are going to be in this very like meditative state, which is common, but this month is going to be a little deeper, and you're going to make very radical, important choices while you are doing that kind of thing. This goes for those of you who already are doing that kind of thing. I don't know if you may have some technological issues with music. If you play music while you run or whatever, you may, I don't know, go on like a big race or something, and like music is super important for you. It's a huge part of it, and all of a sudden you start the race and 5 minutes in, you don't have no music, and it's like, oh wow, okay, what the fuck? And I feel like that is happening for a reason. So if it happens to you or anything similar like that, I think it's happening for a reason this month, because there's going to be an answer that is so important, and it will only come through that. So that's why probably life and the universe are aligning in such a way to make that happen. Some of you may have some impulsive, spontaneous people around you this month. Energies that are a little bit in and out. New romantic connections starting during the Mercury retrograde have a potential of sort of being gone by the end of the Mercury retrograde. It doesn't have to be the case. It's not the case always. But, if that's not what you want, beware of what you start, at this time, because there is an energy of like fleeting interest. You don't need to be really tough to make your dreams happen. Some of you may feel like you need to toughen up, be stronger, be clear, more objective, more of a leader. And Spirit is saying, not necessarily. Your very gentle nature can manifest what you want for you just as well. Some of you may have hopes about a Libra, a Gemini, an Aquarius person this month. Some of you may have a desire to speak very clearly, write very clearly and objectively. Some of you may be writing some kind of letter to like, I don't know, your neighborhood thing or the school thing or governmental stuff. Like some of you may be choosing to write an important letter to make a big change in your community somehow. And I think that this is going to go very well, as long as you are very objective in how you speak. If you are overly aggressive or defensive, I feel like the people involved are not going to be open to even consider what is being said. It's like the message is going to be lost in, oh, here's another angry letter, you know? So the advice for you, if that is you this month, is to make it very objective, to focus on the facts as much as you can, and to really focus on making something better through that letter, not just tearing something down. I feel like for whoever this resonates, that organization or that group of people receive a lot of those, and they don't make a difference. They see the aggressive language and it's like, okay, bye. You know, they don't even read the whole thing if they know that you're going to be that aggressive. So I don't know for who this advice is, but you know, it would be good for you to be like a little bit more objective in your approach. Looney. That's so noisy. Like she's just doing like this to the wall because she falls asleep and she's just with her paws just doing this, and it's like super loud for some reason because of the material, I guess. I see by the end of the month, I see celebration, actually. I see social connections and interactions. I see time with loved ones. But I also sense a little bit of confusion. So you may be wrapped up in like a family drama. You may be wrapped up in like some kind of drama, again, with the neighborhood, with the community, with whatever it may be. If you have something to say, and you can stand behind it and make it a point and deliver it properly, then do. If you don't have anything to say and your opinions are not really going to make a difference, let them just sort of sort it out. You don't need to be necessarily actively involved, okay? All right. Now let's do the breakdown of the weeks. So the first week of August for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising is bringing the message of, the Nine of Wands. Love this card. So this is a card of feeling very proud. Oh no, actually no, this is the Nine of Wands. I was thinking of the Nine of Cups actually. But that must, that could be for a reason too. So I'm going to include a little bit of that in here just in case. So the Nine of Wands talks about a journey that is long, a journey that you have already endured, the resistance, the resilience you have developed, the strength you have developed. That also comes with a sense of exhaustion. Sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's more like existential. And Spirit is reminding you that you have overcome so much, way more than you like normally consider. It's like if you actually think about it and write down a list of all the things you have overcome and then read that, you're gonna be like, holy shit, yes, actually, I'm a freaking badass, but we don't have it in our minds, we don't have it like surface level. I feel like this card is telling you for this first week to acknowledge your efforts and to honor your previous efforts. So if you have been building something for a long time, revisit why you started in the first place. What made you keep like pushing through the obstacles you have lived? Remind yourself of why it is important, and that's going to help you continue to move forward. When there's long journeys, we tend to forget. It's easy to forget why we started, because we change. The world changes around us, and what may have been important back then is not important now. So use this week to revise and remember. And keep going, because this is a card, I call this card the don't you dare give up card. It shows up when you're so close to something. It's like you get to a point in which you're tired, and you're so close to it, but you're so tired you don't even know that you're close to it. And that's when a lot of people quit, being so close to their goal. So it's like, don't let that be you. This first week of the month, go into that strength within, that reservoir of energy. And you're going to feel very proud of yourself. For the second week, we have here the Four of Crystals. So it is advised that you observe the flow, the inflow and the outflow of your resources. Money, energy, love, attention, right? What are you giving attention to? What is giving attention to you? What are you paying? How are you spending? How is money going out? How is money coming in? Is the value coming in of the money that you're putting out? It's like, observe the flow of resources and make sure to revise and revisit that. Maybe pay attention to your budget. Change your budget accordingly if you feel like you need to update it. Same goes for your schedule. Are you putting in way too much energy and getting too little in return? Or are you getting too little, you're putting in too little effort, and expecting more of a return? Like, address this second week, just pay attention to that. Like, your resources, your time, your energy, your attention, your money. For the third week, we have your perspective. So by the time the third week rolls around, you're going to have a different perspective than at the beginning of the month. Something that at the beginning of the month felt bitter. I'm having this like super bitter feeling. Something that felt very bitter is going to be like the sweetest. So it changes drastically. And in this third week, you're going to have the information to move forward in the right way. A lot of bits and pieces have been revealing themselves to you throughout your journey recently in the previous months. And I feel like with the information that you have been maybe struggling to choose one path over another. And I feel like by the time this third week comes in, that is no longer going to be a problem. You're going to have so much information that, it clarifies everything for you. But it's like you kind of have to go through these first 2 weeks in order to, experience what you need to experience for that to come in. Then we got the Page of Swords at the end of the month. So kind of reconnecting a little bit with what I'm getting? More so than the literal, description of this card, what I'm getting is actually on an intuitive level being almost like creating yourself, designing yourself based on what you see in other people and what you like. Something is going to be very clear to you in this third week, that you can be whoever you want to be. And by the end of the month, you're going to be like, you know what? Yes, I want that quality from this person because they inspire me. It's not like you're going to want to take anything from anyone. It's just like, okay, this person I admire because of this, so I'm going to become that myself. And I admire this about this business. I admire that about that health routine. I admire this about this mentality. And you're going to make a collage of, everything that you resonate with and sort of like design your next version, which is very powerful here, Pisces. Now let's see what advice is coming in for money, health, and relationships. For money, we have here, take a divinely guided change. So yeah, I feel like something has been brewing for a while. You already know that there are new things coming in this area. You feel it. You have been contemplating the possibilities. And I feel like this month, you're going to be making the changes. Not only are you getting the information, making the decision, but you're actually moving in a certain direction. The message is, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you're ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. All right. So it's time. It's time to get into action. Oh wow, take a divinely guided chance. I've always, for years, like seriously, you guys, more than 5 years, I've always seen this as take a divinely guided change. And it says chance. How is that even possible? So leap of faith. This is vibing more with a leap of faith. How is this possible? Mind blown. So it's like taking a risk a little bit. Taking a chance on something. For relationships, they're telling you here to trust. And what I'm getting intuitively, it's like everyone is dealing with a battle you know nothing about. So be kind. Trust in the good of people. Trust that many choices, bad choices that you consider other people doing, more often than not, they come out of ignorance other than malice. More often than not, it's a reflection of someone's shortcomings or not knowing any better over like actually malicious intent. For health, they're telling you take your power back. Archangel Raziel showing up here. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life, Pisces. So this is a little bit about the month of August. Stay tuned. Continue to be here in the channel because I'm going to be posting, if everything goes according to plan, the weekly readings. So I hope that you enjoyed this one as well. Check out the description box. Check out the different links that I've provided there for you. You might find very interesting things there as well. And check out, of course, the new channel, Manifestology. Check it out. It's not really new. It has been reborn. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it. And I truly hope that all the resources there can help you in, whatever area you feel like you could use some help. Sending all my love, Pisces. I'll see you in the next one.